introduce him to you so that you could get your movie thing. We got to get back on that. Absolutely.
Oh no, I got 5 features in the chamber. I got a TV show about my life, like in LA.
Yeah,
I got a lot of shit in the chamber. I got a lot of heat in the chamber. I know y'all. I met this girl at the club. She's like, "What you do?" I'm like, "I do a lot." And I told her like what I do. She's like, "Yeah, but you say you're an entrepreneur. How do you make money?" I said, "Well, I make money off doing work. Like what you mean? Like it's the same as any other business."
But you're not average though. That's the thing. The rule.
No, the point, because I told her I make music, I do films, and I run a podcast network that where we do sports. So like, well, how do you do all of it? And I'm thinking all of it ties into each other. Like that intro song from this pod, I made as a beat. My sports network, you know what I mean? Filmmaking, I gave you all the gear. That's filmmaking. Telling you what to buy. You know what I mean? It's all the same.
I understand what you're saying, but the average person's stuff is not connected into a universe. So I would argue that your intentionality is not normal. So I can't even blame her because the average person that says that is not connecting everything. So shout out to you for being dope.
And not to rebut that, but I like this is where my ego as a dreamer comes in because literally I did a podcast with a friend a couple years ago where he was just interviewing me about my life. And he was like, all right, well, like you do all these different things. Like, what are you an expert in? I'm like, all of it. He's like, well, how can you be an expert filmmaker, but also an expert journalist? So, well, because I put in the time to make that happen. He's like, yeah, but like in order for you to be great at something, you have to put in 10,000 hours at that one thing. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But if I'm spending time in conjunction working on all these different things at the same time, you have to inherently get better at every single thing. Like if you look at the first Hoops and Brews, the graphic design on it was terrible. But if you look at the graphics for Dion Chief Dreamer podcast, it looks amazing. I designed all of that. I had to get better as a graphic designer, as a filmmaker, as a technician, as an audio guy, as a lighting guy. You know what I mean? All those. So don't let anybody limit what you can do because they tell you that you have to focus on one thing to be an expert on it, especially in today's day and age where content is currency. Because you should, as a content creator, be able to light your own scenes, set up your own camera, run your own audio, and be able to edit it and upload it and publish it. And if you can't, you're a step behind everybody. So that's not to be argumentative. It's just like it is possible, and you see it all the time. Don't let people limit you with that type of thinking because otherwise I would just only still be behind the camera trying to find a director of photography, an editor, someone to do the sound for my podcast and my videos, and then my podcast never comes out.